Want to choose judges now or later?
Uh, I don't really know any judges in here.
You just want to choose them after then?
Sure.
I'd
Okay,
slap
so
truth.
I'll be listening to this.
Gus,
I
why do you
want to
think
ask.
that why do you think Itachi wins?
Uh,
Is True
because
playing? What?
okay. Because yeah, like I said
Hello?
earlier, Itachi skills over Orochimaru, who's stated equal to Hiruzen.
Yeah, do you have this statement where they're equal?
Yeah, I got you. Let me grab it. There it is. I'm gonna send it in scans one.
Is there where does it say it?
It's right there under the picture of Hiruzen. It says the two shinobi were equally matched and the battle seemed endless.
Okay, the two should were equally matched and the battle seemed endless. And then we see that they weren't equally matched and the battle ends.
Okay, why are they not equally matched?
Because the moment that Hiruzen begins fighting with his full power, he blitzes him and rips his soul out.
He blitzes him. Can you show me that?
Yeah. Yep.
Or I think we should probably use scans two, by the way, because like a lot of people are typing in scans one.
Alright, that's fine. Chapter 120.
I already did.
Alright, I'm gonna post it for you right now.
Sure. So they like clash one another, right? They can keep up with each other in terms of combat speed.
Yeah, and then you see how fucking what's his name? Sarutobi comes. And then by the time he realizes what's going on,
Oh,
Hiruzen
you
already
cut out,
has his
Aero.
fucking like soul in the palm of his hand.
Yeah, you just
He
cut
like
out.
do you see the whole exchange?
Yeah, but you cut out
Oh,
whenever you were like whatever you were just saying.
okay, so they have an exchange. Hiruzen's able to knock his sword away, and then before he's able to react, he already has his soul in his hand.
Well, no, okay, well, here. So we see them like keep up with each other in terms of like hand-to-hand, or not hand-to-hand combat, but kinjutsu, right? And then sure,
And then
he
the
knocks his
sword gets
off.
knocked out of his hand.
Yeah, I heard you. So we see the sword get knocked away, and then Hiruzen uses like Enma to go at Orochimaru, and he like reacts to Enma, of course. But then like Hiruzen gets up on him. We see Orochimaru
Yeah,
becomes
before
aware of this.
Orochimaru can react. Yes.
No, but we see him become aware of it.
Yeah, but his soul has already been grabbed.
That's fine, but all he used to get up on him was
He
travel
couldn't
speed.
react. Right.
But all he used to get up on him was travel speed.
Yeah, but he still couldn't react to him. Is what I'm saying.
But we see him react.
He can't react. He clearly can't, because by the time he was able to react to Hiruzen's already pulled off the Reaper Death Seal.
No, because
Yes. What are you talking about? That's literally what happens on the panel.
But I see Hiruzen, right? He like gets up on Oro. Then in the next
And
panel,
he
like,
has
grabs him.
he has the soul in his hand. Correct.
Okay, but even if this like was the case, right? This would just be travel speed. They can keep up with each
And
other.
he's able to blitz him. He's able to blitz him still.
Well, Orochimaru's focused on Enma. He's not.
But we've
looking at
already
Hiruzen.
said. So what do you say? Wait. So now you're saying that he was focused on Enma. So which are you saying now? That he was distracted? You saying he's distracted now?
Exactly.
Okay. So you realize that all this is happening while Heroes is not only Enma is too heavy for him to hold, but he's also has his chakra split up amongst the shadow clones.
His chakra split up amongst the shadow clones. What are you trying to imply? That he's like weakened?
He's weakened.
Why do you think like splitting chakra via shadow clones?
Because the Anbu says that. The
he
Anbu
says that
and
it's like-
Orochimaru says that using the shadow clone jutsu weakens him.
No, what he says is that like whatchamacall, basically using the shadow clone jutsu at Hiruzen's old age would be like throwing away chunks of chakra when he doesn't really like have that chakra to spare in his old age, right? So
What does that mean?
here, like a decrease in chakra, because you understand like shinobi don't have access to 100% of their chakra all the time, correct?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
They're not
so
using.
then
They're not exhausting 100% of their chakra with every jutsu, right?
Yeah, but they don't even have access to the 100%.
Of course, they're. What are you talking about? The gates and whatnot, right? Of course.
Yeah. Okay. So then a decrease in chakra doesn't necessarily have to make you weaker.
So you think that a decrease in chakra doesn't make you weaker?
Not all the time, no. I think it needs to be.
All right.
Like
When do you
certain
think a decrease in chakra? Okay, what amount?
It probably like differs from shinobi to shinobi.
Okay, so you don't know. You have no quantification.
No.
All right. So I think that just however many shadow clones that Sarutobi makes is significant enough because the Anbu comments on it. What's your counter to that?
No. What the Anbu says is that he's throwing away chunks of chakra, right?
Right. He's throwing it away chunks of chakra that he's going to need, right?
That he could use like later in the fight, yeah. But that doesn't mean it's making him fatigued. It's just like, okay, Hiruzen can't fight at this level
Yeah,
for long.
I'll get you the thing that asserts they're fatigued. I'll get it for you.
Sure.
I have evidence to that.
Also, how much chakra do you think they put into shadow clones?
It says it's spread out equally amongst them.
Yeah, among the clones.
So if he had, no, it said, is it amongst the clone or is it among the user?
From what I remember, the only thing I remember is like whatchamacall, Neji's statement, and his statement is that they're like split evenly amongst the clones.
I'll just Google it. We can. So here's the. It's actually not just his chakra. It says shortening his lifespan. I think that's why I think it's fatigue. Like it's
Shortening his
directly his energy.
lifespan.
Yeah, like it's shortening his lifespan.
Strange. Never seen that. You can show me.
I just posted it.
Okay.
I knew there was a reason on it. And then let me go look up the shadow clone feat.
What's Orochimaru referencing here? Is he saying this because he used the Shadow Clone Jutsu or because of the Reaper Death Seal?
This is before he's used the Reaper Death Seal.
It is, okay.
Yeah. He uses the Reaper Death Seal, the next page.
What chapter is this?
122.
122. Bad. Okay, so you think that he's saying, okay, since Hiruzen uses the Shadow Clone Jutsu here, that the Shadow Clone Jutsu is like shortening his lifespan?
Yeah, that's what he says.
Okay, yeah, I think he's referring to the fact that Hiruzen is throwing away these chunks of chakra, which would shorten his lifespan because he's gonna get beaten quicker.
No, I think that's just too much assumption. I'm gonna invoke another Oculus Razor. You're adding too many assumptions.
Okay, but even if it is shortening his lifespan, right? Is this taking away from like say like, okay, if Hiruzen's supposed to live to 80, right? Does he now live to 77? Like what does it mean when it's like shortening his lifespan? Because this doesn't have to mean he's fatigued either.
What do you think it means?
Like I just said, you know, like what is it referring to? Like, is it that he could?
Right,
live to
I've
80?
already told you what I think. I've already told you why I think that. So what do you think it means? Yeah, you'd provide me a different interpretation with evidence.
Okay. Well, I think that since since Shinobi don't have access to 100% of their chakra at any given time anyway, that this loss in chakra doesn't have to make him fatigue. So that would just be like the support for my interpretation there.
But
That
you,
it's just his
that's not saying anything. You didn't say anything just now. Like, what do you mean by that? Oh, because they don't have 100% access to their chakra doesn't necessarily mean he's fatigued. What does that mean? Like
Okay, I'm saying
wasn't
that
like
a loss in chakra
that you
doesn't
didn't come
have
to a
mean.
logical conclusion there.
I'm saying that a loss in chakra, since they don't have access to all of it anyway, doesn't have to mean that he's fatigued.
Right, but this isn't just a normal loss of chakra. It's directly taking away from his lifespan. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're discussing.
Yeah, and you're saying
So
that
why
this
do you
is
why do you think that it's not making him fatigued?
okay. Well, I just gave like my reason why, and then I gave
You
like
gave a
the
reasoning
alternate
as to why the
interpretation.
loss of chakra wouldn't make you fatigued. This obviously isn't just the normal
Yeah,
chakra loss.
I gave
And
an alternate
you also said earlier that a certain amount of chakra loss can make you fatigued. So why is
So I'm
this not
saying,
the threshold? Where do you think you start getting fatigued
well,
from
you're
chakra loss?
saying that he is fatigued. I'm just saying that
I'm just
isn't the case.
asking you questions.
Okay.
Stop talking about me. I want to know more about what you're saying because you haven't elaborated on anything.
Okay. Basically, right, him shortening his lifespan doesn't have to be in reference to what you call. You're saying like the shortening lifespan is in reference to fatigue, yes? Or am I misunderstanding? Okay.
Yes.
I'm saying that doesn't have to be in reference to fatigue. It can also be in reference to the fact that he's like say was gonna live to 80, but now he can only live to like 75. Because shinobi don't have access to all of their chakra anyway. So a decrease doesn't have to make you fatigued.
Okay. What is an instance where do you think shinobi start getting fatigued? At what point?
Like I said earlier, it would just be like on a shinobi to shinobi basis.
Okay, so
Probably.
you have nothing. Why do you think? What? Can you give me another instance where a jutsu takes off years from your life? Can you
Mm,
give me another instance
Yeah.
where the shadow clone jutsu takes off years from your life?
Yeah.
no, I don't think so.
Okay, so I'm just gonna dismiss that point then. So is
Why?
there because it doesn't have any evidence, no bearings on it. It's just nonsense.
I gave an
It's a point
alternate
without any sort
Where
of
is it
interpretation,
evidence.
going on?
but I get.
You've given your
Where is it
interpretation. I've
going
given
on?
my interpretation. Let's just move on to the next point.
Oh,
Sure, you just leave that up to whoever
Okay.
judges. Sure.
Okay. So we that was the speed point. Uh, do you what else do you want to go over?
What does Hiruzen do against Tsukuyomi?
He just wouldn't look in his eyes. He would have mastered anti-Sharingan techniques like Guy did
Why?
Type
because
shit.
he knows all techniques in the Leaf Village.
Can you actually send me that statement right quick?
Yeah.
Is there still a debate, by the way, or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still a
There's a
debate.
debate right now.
Alright, I'll just let you
where
niggas
is
know.
it going to? Oh, I have to move everything out of my room, that's why. Yeah, my big room. Hello.
Can someone, whoever that is, can you mute your mic, please? Here, look in scans,
Sure.
or scans two rather, excuse me. It says it at the bottom.
At the bottom, okay. Yeah, this comes from his reputation as like the professor, correct?
What? No,
This,
it says because it says he uses all techniques.
yeah, and that comes from his professor reputation, like Orochimaru says.
Where does it say that at? Where does it say that?
Yeah, I'll grab it for you. Do you care if it's Viz or
I
would
really
you
don't
prefer?
like this.
Yeah, I got you. It's fine. I'm pretty sure it says the same thing in like Are you fine with the manga panda?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it said the same.
You're talking
thing.
about this scan right here. You're the one nicknamed Professor because you knew and could perform all existing Konoha jutsu.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is Viz.
Yeah. So what is the problem?
Okay, when did he gain this title? And did Guy like have the technique developed when he gained it?
Hello?
Yeah. Am I cutting out?
I think I cut out. What'd you say?
Okay, I said when did he gain this title and did Guy have the technique developed when he gained it?
I don't know.
Okay, so then you don't know if he has it then.
Yeah, how do you know Guy developed the technique? Are you asserting that Guy created
Guy
that?
says he made it.
No, he didn't.
He did.
No, he didn't. Prove it.
I'm sure
I can tell you he didn't.
If he
I can
doesn't
tell
say
you
it,
he didn't.
if he doesn't say it, I'll admit I'm wrong. But I'm sure he says
Okay.
like I developed
Yeah,
these.
show me that, please.
That's in chapter. Hold on. The wrong chapter. I think it's in here. Yeah, this is the chapter.
I have the statement if you guys need it.
Oh, send it in.
Yeah, please.
It's in scans too.
You have to tell me the obvious. I've already mastered counter strike
Yeah.
on battle techniques for all my battles against Kakashi.
This is the
Does they
Viz.
created them?
It doesn't. Strange. Okay. Well, why do you think Hiruzen like employs these in combat or applies these in combat?
Because he knows them all.
So why does that mean he applies it in combat? He didn't use like
Because if
gates
he's
on,
fighting Itachi, he would use what was the best.
Well, I think
He doesn't. We haven't seen him apply them in combat because we haven't seen Hiruzen fight somebody with the Sharingan.
Okay, so then how do you know he would apply it in combat?
Because he has them. Because he would use anti-Sharingan tactics because he knows what to use to counter certain techniques.
Why? Maybe he's just so cocky against Itachi that he just doesn't feel like he needs.
All right.
it.
Do you think he's so okay? Prove that. Prove that assertion.
I didn't assert anything.
Prove that. Okay. So then I'm not asserting. I'm not saying he's so cocky. Then if you're not saying he's so cocky he wouldn't use it, then
I'm
what do you?
saying
Then why are you talking?
I'm saying this is also a possibility.
Okay. So you're appealing the possibility.
No,
So I'm gonna
because
dismiss it.
because I haven't.
You
claimed
are.
anything. No. I
Okay,
haven't
so you're
claimed
not
anything.
Are you claiming something or what? Are you trying to counter the point or not?
Yeah, I am because you're saying.
Okay,
that he,
with what? You're trying to counter my point
okay,
with what?
okay. Listen. You're saying that Hiruzen will employ these in combat, right?
I'm saying
asking-
he has. I said that he has counter Sharingan techniques.
Okay, so are you not claiming he employs them in combat?
I said that he has counter Sharingan techniques.
That's fine. If you're not gonna say that he like applies them in combat, then it doesn't matter.
I'm saying that he has counter Sharingan. Are you saying that he would not imply them in combat?
No, I'm not saying anything.
Okay, then why are you bringing it up?
Okay,
why
but
are you
Aero,
why are you trying to
why-
put words in my mouth?
Aero.
All I said was is that he has counter Sharingan.
Oh yeah, I definitely
techniques
like.
that
I
you
definitely.
repulse.
I definitely.
So
like,
you agree with
misunderstood
that?
You. Wait,
I'm
no,
saying
wait.
then.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all I'm saying.
I definitely misunderstood you. I thought you were saying that he would. But if you're not saying
so
that
then
he's
let's
going,
move on.
okay. But
Okay,
I was just
let's move
okay.
on.
All right. But I'm saying if you're not going to say he's going to,
Okay, so we're
then
moving
why'd you
on.
even bring it
So
up?
we're moving on.
Yeah, sure.
So we're moving on.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got
Cool.
it. We move
Okay.
on.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool. Excellent. Do you have any other points that you want to bring up?
Not really. Do you?
All right. Nope. You want to go to conclusions?
Yeah, we can just go to conclusions. You want to conclude first?
Sure.
Sure.
So in conclusion, I believe that I proved how fast Hiruzen was. Six Pass never gave any quantification for how fast Itachi was. I also proved that Hiruzen has a wealth of more techniques, and he also has counter Sharingan techniques. So I argued that through the fact that he has counter Sharingan techniques, I believe that he would win, along with him being faster and having more techniques overall. All my opponent had really as a win con was Tsukiyomi and scaling above Orochimaru. And that's why I believe I won this debate.
Okay, so in conclusion, I said that Itachi's over Orochimaru, which my opponent didn't seem to have a problem with, and then we went into this point about if Hiruzen actually speed blitzed Oro or not. And I think my opponent agreed that that was travel speed that he blitzed him with, because we see that they can keep up with each other in terms of taijutsu or kinjutsu, hand-to-hand combat, swords, whatever. We then went on this point about Hiruzen being fatigued, and I think I provided reasoning as to why he shouldn't be, given that shinobi don't have access to 100% of their chakra at all given times anyway. So a decrease doesn't necessarily have to lead to you being weakened. And an alternate interpretation to this shortening of his lifespan, right? By saying okay, well, maybe it's in reference to Hiruzen being Hiruzen maybe could live to be 80 years old, but now that he used his jutsu, his lifespan is 75 years old, right? And then I would just go off of my other statement about how shinobi don't have access to their chakra at any given time. I brought up Tsukiyomi as a win con. Aero said that Hiruzen has anti-Sharingan countermeasures, but he didn't say he would use them in combat, so I don't see how that matters. And that's why I think I won the debate.